I got a challenge for the 12s today. I know we can do better, my friends. Let's set our likes record for the month of April. So far, the most likes we've had on a single video is 519. Not bad, but I know you guys are a lot better than that. So here's what I need you to do. Hit the like button. Let's get at least 1,000 likes on today's video. Send a message loud and clear that the 12s are down to party and that we're excited about this offseason. We're ready for the draft. You get Jonesy, you get Big Tex, you get Seahawks today. Who's got it better than us? Nobody. Hit that like button. We'll get started with today's show. The 2025 NFL Draft is almost here, and on today's show, I have a scenario that could change everything for the Seattle Seahawks and trickle down and affect the rest of the NFL Draft and be basically a game changer that could shock the NFL. Let me present you an idea that I don't think is without the realm of possibility here. I think there is a chance that the Seattle Seahawks could end up drafting a tight end in round number 1. And there are two names in particular to watch as the options here of who Seattle could choose. They include Tyler Warren out of Penn State, and they also include Colston Loveland out of Michigan. Both players are unreal. Now, here's the next part of this, why this could shake things up for everybody else in the draft. The reality is it's highly unlikely that both of them are going to be available when Seattle picks at 18. It's unfortunate. I would gladly take either one of those players if they were to fall there at 18, but that seems unlikely as each of them have had their draft stock move up quite a bit throughout this process. So that means you likely have to trade up if you are going to land one of these star tight ends like Warren or Loveland. Now, the good news for Seattle is they do have the draft capital it would require and take to move up to make this happen, to get one of these two players. You look at Seattle's draft picks. Let's go over that for a second here. You pick at 18, all right? Then you're saying to yourself, okay, that's our starting point. Now what can we potentially package to move on up and get what we're looking for? You have a second-round pick at 50, and then you have another second-round pick at 52. And I'll be honest, I don't think you have to touch your second-round picks in order to make this move up. You go to your other picks. You have a third-round pick at 82, and then you have another third-round pick at 92, and then the rest of your picks include a fourth-round pick at 137, a fifth-round pick at 172, another fifth-round pick at 175, a sixth-round pick at 185, and then a seventh-round pick at 234. So here's a couple of ideas to put Seattle in position to move up. And I'm looking at teams that are, I think, potentially looking for more picks to stockpile that I would say they aren't bad teams, but they aren't great teams either. They need to further their roster, but Chicago's one of those. I think you can package 18 and 82 to potentially move up 8 spots to 10, and then you would have the choice likely of either of the two tight ends. That's one idea. Another idea could be a couple spots later with the Dallas Cowboys. And because it's 2 spots lower, I don't think you have to throw in the 82. I think you can throw in the 92 pick to go from 18 to 12 to move up 6 spots. And Warren could be gone by then, but Loveland could still be on the board for that 12th pick. So, what do you think about this idea? Should Seattle trade up from 18? Your chance to put your GM hat on and let us know in our pinned comment today. Type T for trade, P for pass. Chime in the comments section. Let us know what you think. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time makes getting tickets even faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Seattle Seahawks today. They have last-minute deals where you can save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater productions, and more. Game Time Picks makes last-minute ticket buying even easier than ever by quickly highlighting the best deals in the stadium. They have their zone deals where you save even more when you choose a section. Let Game Time choose the seats. They have their all-in pricing. You toggle this feature, and it'll show the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. They have their seat views. You can get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price is guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. I love using Game Time to get tickets, especially at the last minute. It's so simple and easy, folks. Maybe I'm going to a Mariner game or another event in Seattle. Choose the event I want to go to. They got the prices listed. Choose my seat. And just like that, I'm checking out with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPRTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Game Time, proud partner of Seattle Seahawks today. All right, let's talk about Tyler Warren first. Then we'll tell you more about Colston Loveland after. Warren spent his entire tenure with the Penn State Nittany Lions, was named the John Mackey Award winner, also the best tight end in the Big Ten Conference this past season, a first-team All-American, a first-team All-Big Ten selection. I remember watching in the Fiesta Bowl when I was eating my bag of chips and all, seeing Tyler Warren just go off against Boise State. He was the best player on the field that day, and he reminds me a lot of what we saw from Brock Bowers a season ago. And I told you on this program last year that I thought Bowers was going to be a star. He had the best single season we've ever seen from a rookie tight end, and he's well on his way. And Warren, I think, is very similar in that regard. I guarantee if there's any sure bet I can make in this draft, if you told me, Tyler, who is one player that you would lay all your chips on the table that you would bet is going to make it in this league, that's going to be an impact player, I would choose Tyler Warren. I feel that confident when I talk about Tyler Warren. I think he is a can't-miss prospect for any team, that he's going to be extremely successful, that he will be a star. And I know that some of you are saying, what about the offensive line and all that? Well, Warren and Loveland, last time I checked, tight ends play on the offensive line. So you still take care of that situation as well if you were to get either guy. But more on Tyler Warren. His stats this past year, playing with Drew Aller, who I thought was very disrespected. I think he's the most underrated quarterback in college football. Last season, the two were a dynamic combo together as Warren had over 100 catches, 1,200 yards, 12 yards of reception, 8 touchdowns, only 3 drops. His scouting report, he's got a strong burst. He's also got that yak ability, which you don't talk about for every tight end. A lot of guys at the tight end spot, they can get open, and then, boom, just like that, they're brought down. They get tackled. Well, Tyler Warren's got that ability to get those yards after contact, kind of like Travis Kelce in that sense. He's got a big catch radius. All right, the hands go up in the air, and they stay there, and they stay there. He also has outstanding alignment versatility. He does need to do a bit of work in run blocking, but I can live with that. And I think he'll figure it out. He's a smart enough football player. He will improve there. We'll talk Colston Loveland here in a moment, but first let's ask you, what about Tyler Warren? You got 2 options here. Type Y for yes, N for no. Chime in. Tell us if you think Seattle should draft Warren or not. Folks, Seattle Seahawks Today is the place to be for all things Seahawks football all offseason long. And we are ramping up things in the lead up to the draft. We're bringing you daily videos, sometimes 2 and 3 videos a day, watch parties, including for the draft. I know we do our watch parties here in the season on game day. We're going to be live all 3 days of the draft here on the channel, so you won't want to miss out on that. We also have our breaking news. Anytime there's a signing, trade, you had the Drew Lock signing the other day. We're covering it here on the channel. Subscribe now. Let's get at least 20 subs off today's video. Make sure and join us for our live draft show coming up in just a couple of weeks from right now. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. Now let's talk Colston Loveland out of the University of Michigan. Hail to the victors, valiant, hail to the mighty. Played for Michigan from 2022 to 2024, a second-team All-American this past season, a first-team All-Big Ten selection in 2023. And the thing that I like about Colston Loveland, he is athletically gifted. When God created Colston Loveland, he was born to be an American tackle football player. And he has lived up to his calling in life of playing football at a high level. And the best is still yet to come for this cat. Colston Loveland this past season, 56 catches, 282 yards, 5 touchdowns, 10.4 yards of reception. The year prior, he was a big safety net for J.J. McCarthy. I think J.J. McCarthy needs to buy him a nice steak dinner for as much as he bailed out J.J. there with the Wolverines in 2023. Had 45 catches, 649 yards, over 14 yards of reception, and 4 touchdowns. His scouting report, he's a plus-level athlete. He's got an outstanding catch radius, a good route runner as well, and he's got vertical speed. He can run straight at a very fast rate. His drops can be an issue when it comes to concentration drops. I don't know if he's got attention deficit disorder or something, but there are some concentration issues. I would like to see him lock in a little bit more. If he can take care of that, he's going to be just fine. If you had to pick one to draft between these two tight ends, would you rather go Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland? Type TW for Tyler Warren, type CL for Colston Loveland. Well, in the comment section, let us know which one you would like to choose. Appreciate you joining us here on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. If you enjoyed today's video and want to help us break that like record for the month of April, give it a little tickle. Hit that like button. We'd appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.